music.
Yeah, a little more escapism.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. And
What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, we're also infusing a little bit of kind of like rocksteady and sort of dance hall kind of, which is groove music, you know. So the rhythm section is a big part of it, and I'm actually part Jamaican, so like that sort of is infused in the music I grew up listening to, and sort of Motown and all that stuff is sort of ingrained in me a little bit. So it's sort of coming out more in some of the new songs. So
some people will call you out on that Jamaican thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, actually, everybody's always like, he's ambiguously ethnic. We're not quite sure. We know he's definitely not white.
Yeah,
but we're not
exactly.
quite sure. And he's always like, you're never going to guess it. And everyone's like, what are you?
Yeah, Jamaican and Jewish. So it's, it's a good
Jamaican
combo.
Jew.
Hey, there you go, man. And hey, for folks who are Smoke Season fans for the first time, first let me apologize, you guys. I thought I had the thing turned on, so we missed the first 6 minutes of the show on YouTube. But for the folks that have hung on, that bell is for a hit or a shot. And I'm telling you what, guys, I'm a little bit ready to use one myself. And also when we when we make a good point, it's not necessarily have to be weed or alcohol, but just a little bit of something to get you through the rest of the interview. Yeah, wheatgrass. Whatever it is you're into.
I could use one of those right now. I need a little bit of a immune booster.
Yeah, there you go, man.
5-hour energy shot. Go.
There you go. Are you guys, haven't been here very long. Are you guys feeling the altitude a little bit or not at all? You didn't even think about that yet.
Yeah,
I didn't even
not
think
quite
about
yet,
that.
but now that you mention it, I could use some
I
water.
usually, you're right. I was feeling a little bit thirsty, but honestly, I think I always feel altitude on stage because I run around like a banshee. And then I like suck air when I'm in higher altitudes. It's crazy.
Well, you know what, believe it or not, it really does, make a little bit of a difference. I live up here, so I don't never know the difference. But, I always hear people always talking about, oh my God, it feels like I'm breathing underwater.
Yeah.
So anyway, man, we have Smoke Season in the studio. And again, folks, I'm very sorry for the first 6 or 7 minutes there. I thought I had it on, but we have it on now. It's Gabrielle and Jason, and they are going to be playing tonight at the Summit Music Hall on out there near Coors Field, man. It's going to be really, really good, man. So make sure you check it out. I got some songs here, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys pick the first one you guys want to play so far.
Well, why don't we start it out with Good Days, which is definitely on the set list tonight. Speaking of Jason's, deep Jamaican roots, one of the things, incorporating more rock steady into our music, we definitely wanted to bring a lot more horns and brass into stuff and reed instruments. And so we felt like Good Days was the best song to debut our new material with, because it's just slamming with the horns.
Yeah.
It's not only slamming with the horns, it's slamming with positivity. It's slamming with good feelings. And it's really, like you said, it was a song of the summer. You know what I mean? Because you guys released it in early, June, I believe. And it really, I played it a lot during the summer. And it was really kind of a little bit of a theme type of deal.
Cool.
So for the rest of the folks out there who've never heard it before, hear it now. This is Good Days. It's Smoke Season, Mile High Underground .lock show. Yeah.
Oh, the years flew by. Now we don't believe in anyone. Set ties till we lost control. I think it's time to go. Where the good days have gone. Oh, where the good days have gone. In time, even the boldest will be fine lines, like the wrinkles on our skin. Signs from the outside looking in. A tear rolls down her chin. I bet we won't believe it till ages here and breaking down the door. I will meet you where you were, where we have nothing left inside. Oh, the years go by. Now we don't believe in anyone. Sometimes till we lost control. I think it's time to go. Where the good days have gone. Where the good days have gone. If I knew that nothing else would ever be like all the nights we let ourselves go. Well then, I would have held them close, closer than I did. I guess they might have warned us that youth would flee without so much as a goodbye. I found myself reaching for more, coming back for more. Oh, the years go by, now we don't believe in anyone. Oh, sometimes till we lost control. I think it's time to go. Where the good days have gone. 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 Oh, the years flew by, now we don't believe in anyone. Oh, sometimes till we lost control. I think it's time to go. Where the good days have gone. Oh, where the good days have gone. Where the good days have gone. Where the good days have gone.
Yes, indeed. Smoke Season, Good Days. Make sure to check that out. Go to their Facebook page and give them a thumbing and a liking. That'll take you right to wherever their music is, and you can go ahead and get that music and enjoy the rest of the fall and make that your new fall song, huh? Because Good Days doesn't just mean summer days. Good Days means all days, all around the year.
Very true.
Indeed, indeed, man. And you guys, again, thank you guys. We had to adjust the time a little bit because of the touring that you guys were doing. And I really appreciate you guys coming on in, and, you know, because I know you guys got sound checks and everything else going on today, and you're only here for one day, so I'm glad to have you in. Again, Smoke Season, Jason and Gabrielle. Indeed, indeed. You can check them out tonight. They're going to be at the Summit Music Hall in the Moon Room, man.
Yep.
So,
That's right.
Indeed, indeed. Also good stuff. And of course, you guys were telling me a little bit during the song about, you know, where you guys were, how you guys were driving up here, and you know, how you guys like seeing, you know, how you guys like to drive and why you guys drive, because you know, there's actually a real reason why you guys don't fly.
Yeah, I was explaining that we are very specific and picky from like a sound perspective of what ends up in our rig. So we have a lot of gear. So I work with Dave Smith Instruments on the in an artist endorsement, and I have a Prophet 6 and a Kai sample pad, and I sample all my vocals, and so we have like this huge keyboard setup, and then Jay has bass amps, guitar amps, because Jay plays both bass and guitar now live. And then we have a drummer who plays both an acoustic and an electronic kit, because we want to make sure like the sounds that you're hearing on the record, like we recreate all that live. So it's like hopefully better than even listening to the record. It definitely is better because it's got all that flavor, but then it has way more energy live because we just go nuts. And
we also have a light show rig that we travel with. Gabby's actually a little whiz on the programming all the light show, so it's really awesome. And so yeah, we want to like have a whole experience when we play, so that's why we kind of travel with all that stuff.
I remember a little bit talking to you guys about that, you know, some of the lighting and stuff, and you said that you had so much lighting that you guys just had it around your house now.
Oh yeah. I mean, oh my gosh, you should have seen. It's just like
in the way now.
Yeah, like 2 days before we left for tour, I actually promised myself this time, I'm like, I am totally hiring somebody to help me do this next time, because I had the whole light show set up in our living room, and it's like bars of that color and bright lights, the strobe lights. There's like now this like crazy spider moving LED lights, and I'm sitting there for like 12 hours programming everything, like thinking like, I wonder what my neighbors think is going on.
Yeah, they see like flashing lights everywhere.
A rave
like,
over
an
there.
alien abduction, I think is happening.
That's the quietest rave party I've ever
they're
seen.
like, why can't I hear the music, but I can see it? Or maybe they're like, they think that we created a haunted house a month early or something.
Well, you could have been doing that, and you probably do have enough stuff where you could have a haunted
Oh,
house.
wow, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
There you go, haunted house action. Indeed, indeed. It's smoke season all the way from Los Angeles. It is Jason and Gabrielle. Make sure to check them out tonight at the Summit Music Hall. Great stuff. It's going to be loud. It's going to be fun, man. Indeed, indeed. Tell us a little bit about some of the, you talked a little bit about your light show and stuff like that. You guys also do a lot of, I guess, preparation with your what you wear and stuff like that.
Yeah. We've been actually rehearsing. So the fun thing about this tour is that because we took about a year after our last EP to write, literally just to sit and incubate and write, we have a full-length album of new material, and this tour specifically is for us to road test all the new songs. So we actually had to rehearse way more than what we would have on a different
Easy
tour.
For you to say.
Yeah. Because we were like trying to get these songs ready to go. So like most of them people have never heard before.
Yeah, and it's been interesting because when it's songs that fans know and they're singing along again, and then the new songs, they're kind of like listening a little more, so they're sort of like absorbing it, and then they're kind of getting into it by the end. So actually some of the new songs I heard by the end, some girl was like singing along to it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it's sinking in. She's getting to know it.
It was crazy because we ran a Facebook ad campaign to the people, like to target people for the Facebook events. And one of the new songs, we recorded a video of us performing it, and that was what they used in the ad campaign. And we had a bunch of fans come up to us in Phoenix, and they were like, I recognize that new song that you played from the ad campaign. So I kind of already knew the lyrics. And we were like, oh my gosh, we haven't even released it yet.
There you go.
But he's so right, because you can totally tell when the fans are like, I've never heard this song before, but then like when we play Amelia or Good Days, like they know all the words.
Yeah.
They're like processing it.
Yeah, well, you guys have good hooks, man, and that's the thing.
Thank
Everybody gets those hooks in there, and then they're like, all right, man, and I can just remember that and sing that along. And then when they see it live, or even halfway through the song, you guys have that going, and people are like, all right, man, I can get it. I get it, and that's what it's all about, man. And of course, that's what you're doing here. It's Smoke Season live here in the Freeza Block. It is Gabrielle and Jason. Make sure you check out their Facebook page. They've got a lot of new stuff. Do you guys want to direct anybody to go to any other place besides Facebook, or will that just take you right to your page, your website?
Come follow us on Instagram, because we are diehard Instagram users. We document our whole tour, so you can see what it's like in every city. And then if you want to see our Good Days music video, which is the most recent thing we put out, you can go to our Vivo channel, which is just youtube.com/Smoke Season Vivo.
Good stuff, man. Again, Smoke Season in the studio. Tell us a little bit about some of the other folks that play in the band that couldn't make it, or how you guys do it. I'm not sure if you guys are
They're
using
sound checking right
people.
now.
All right, give them a shout out.
Yeah. Take that shot of wheatgrass and whatever else.
And whatever
else. So Christopher Roberts, he is with us on this tour. He is our drummer. And like we said, he plays both like a full-blown acoustic drum kit and then a full-blown electronic drum kit. He literally plays two different kicks at the same time with two different kick pedals. Both feet are going while his arms go. I don't even know how he does it. And we brought Deanna Romo with us. She's our sound engineer. She makes it sound all great for the audience. And we love the fact that she's a woman in an engineering position. We're like, yeah, go girls.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, and also, you know, it's a really good thing to have your own sound person.
Oh,
Definitely.
yes. Especially when you have a setup like ours.
Yeah. It's very crucial.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the setup. I mean, you did a little bit, but, you know, kind of a little bit more in detail.
Yeah, so both Jason and I sing. I process my vocals. I have a TC Helicon vocal processor, so sometimes I loop them, sometimes I throw lots of fun sugary effects on them, but I actually control everything with my foot. So it's like having a guitar pedal, but it's a vocal pedal, essentially. Right. And then I play a Prophet 6 and an Akai sample pad. I make all these like little snippets of my voice and play it with my fingertips sometimes.
And then I have a Gibson SG guitar. I run that into a bunch of cool, fun, crazy pedals. I have a Boss ME70, it's the main sort of unit, and then I have some Earthquaker Devicer pedals, Eventide, and Electro-Harmonix, a bunch of different stuff. And then I run that into a Fender Twin Reverb 65 reissue.
Man,
and
you got
there it is.
Man,
and then he plays
yes.
he plays my custom shop Hofner bass, which is like so beautiful.
It's the Paul McCartney bass,
yeah,
and it's
sounds
wonderful.
So good.
Are you just like sometimes when he's touching it and playing it, you're like,
Well, no, because he's just way better at bass than me. There were actually like a couple songs that I wanted to play bass on during this tour, which would have been the worst idea ever. See, sometimes you know how you say like your eyes are bigger than your stomach? Well, sometimes like my brain is bigger than my fingers.
Yeah, than your facility.
I'm like, I can totally play a keyboard at the same time that I play a bass, at the same time that I sing leads, at the same time that I trigger samples. No, I can't. I can't do that.
Kind of impossible.
But also Jason, because I think it's because you're Jamaican, but he has just a feel to his bass playing that's like slightly. I mean, we have rock steady bass lines on all of our new music, so that is about feel. So you have to be a perfect bassist to play like awesome behind the beat sort of grooves like that.
And
so
Jason just has a natural rhythm.
He does. He has the natural Jamaican
rhythm.
Yeah, man. I got the island flavors.
That's it, man. That's
he's
awesome.
Maybe he's just stoned.
Yeah, that helps too. But the Hofner bass with flat wound strings too. That's key.
That's awesome.
I love how into your instruments and stuff you are, man.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a mark of a really good band. And hey, there we go. We got some fans. Make sure to come out to the Moon Room tonight, kid.
Awesome. It is all ages.
Yeah. So there's another thing, man. Make sure to bring your little brother and sister out. It's an all ages show. It's going to be a really, really good time. So, you know, I mean, you don't have to leave your brother in the car.
Bring him on.
Hopefully you wouldn't leave your brother in the car anyway.
That'd be mean.
Well, bring
your brother.
Sometimes it's just like that. All right, we're going to go into another song here for the folks who are just salivating at some of the new songs here. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys pick it because you brought them in for me. So
awesome.
Well, I think this song's going to be a throwback song, actually.
Oh, yes, to our last EP.
So I guess we can play Loose,
play Loose,
which was a song off our Ouroboros EP. We're actually selling vinyl of this album. And the cool thing is that side A is the whole EP, and then side B is this film score, because we made a film that coincided with the album.
Yeah.
And you can only get it on vinyl, so it's pretty awesome.
Exactly. And right now, so the film is making its way through the festival circuit at the moment. It debuted at Cannes Film Festival, which was a highlight of our lives. And then we just got to watch it on a big screen at the Holly Shorts Film Festival in Hollywood, which was awesome. So once that's done, once we have finished the festival circuit, we will release it online so people can watch it on like Vimeo or Netflix or wherever. But it's a short film. So this was the first song, like the first part of the film.
Awesome. All right, this song is called Loose. It is smoke season. Gabrielle and Jason, make sure to check them out tonight. It's going to be a great, great show right here on milehighunderground.com. This song is called Loose, Smoke Season.
line up at your fingertips. Come see all the puzzle pieces you find, all in the game and all in the same. Leave behind what you can't change. All day, losing what you couldn't won. Come say that you're sinking like a setting sun. It goes away, that's the lake in bed. Leave behind what you can't chase, and don't get caught up in it. It's only love that hits. All the hits, all the hits, all the hits, all the hits. It's only love again. Soldiers lying in your battlefield. Haunting over parts of your heart you keep close to the chest and away from the breast. Honey, we knew you always knew best. Holiday in the middle of the summer and it got like heat while you were chasing thunder, and the clocks in this place, they all laugh in your face. Leave behind what you can't chase, and don't get caught up in it. It's only love. Don't get caught up in it. It's only love. Hits, all the hits, all the hits, all the hits, all the hits. It's only love again. Hits, all the 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 hits. We keep it loose. We keep it loose. We keep it loose. You get lost in it. We keep it loose. You get lost in it. We keep it loose. You get lost in it. We keep it loose. You get lost.
Smoke season in the studio, indeed. Gabrielle and Jason, I like how that faded out. It was nice and mellow and put you in a real good mood.
Mm-hmm.
Get you to take a couple shots.
Right.
Or what else? We were talking a little bit about, how tough it is during the song here. We were talking about how tough it is for independent artists like yourself to, go ahead and try to, I guess break into the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are putting all of this together on your own. Not a whole lot of backing help from a company or sponsorship, are you? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
No, we're unsigned. We do have we have a great manager that we work with. We have a great publicist that we work with, and we have a bomb agent that books all of our tours. So I would be amiss if I were to say that we were 100% on our own, but we don't have a label. So we do fund mostly everything ourselves. But the good news is that Spotify has been really good to us and has playlisted us a bunch. So we actually make a bit of money off of our royalties off Spotify and iTunes and stuff. And
it's fantastic.
Yeah. And when you don't have to pay.
Yeah, that's one asset of not being signed.
Yeah, it just goes right into our account.
Yeah, so that's a plus.
Yeah, so
and that's a plus that you guys are really, getting that much traction that, it's actually starting to generate some revenue for you. So, I mean, big shouts out to that, man. That's taken it to the next level. And I think that's what a lot of the bands around here are trying to do, just to break, a little bit, just to get a little bit forward, and without a whole lot of help from a big company or from a corporation or whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because if anybody can get a break whatever way they can, go for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Indeed. Like, so for example, if somebody came to you guys with a wheelbarrow full of cash and, hey, we're going to sponsor the whole thing, you guys, I'm sure you wouldn't turn that down.
Nope.
Right?
No.
Well, it depends.
It depends what the company was and
Right.
things like that. But yeah, I mean, you could do a lot on your own, and with online reach, there's a lot you can do there as well.
Yeah, it's great stuff, man. So how do you guys go about doing the writing process? Is it you, or is it both of you guys, or does somebody else?
Yeah, it's a combo. I mean, we basically co-write everything, and it depends on what we're writing, where where kind of the kernel of the idea comes from. It could come from Gabrielle, where she just has a vocal line or something, or I might have a guitar riff, and then we kind of like base the song around that. So we don't really have a formula, I don't think, really for writing. It's kind of pretty fluid,
Lately, we've gone in with a certain mindset. Like for the past year, we went in with the mindset of like big hooks. So like if we didn't feel like the hook was big enough, we were like, it's a pretty song, we'll come back to it. But then like Good Days, I think we wrote Good Days like it was just the two of us.
Yeah, and that one actually was interesting because she wrote kind of most of it, and then the chorus was just like the highlight. We were like, this is great, but then we wanted to kind of rewrite the verse. We're like, it didn't really fit, so then I kind of came up with the verse part, and then it was sort of came together. So I mean, it depends. And the cool thing is when you're kind of going in a writing incubus like we were doing, you're just kind of churning out songs, so you're not really thinking too much as you're doing it. You're just, all right, let's just keep writing a song, and then you kind of can come back and be like, oh, that one's great, or that one's, but you know what, that chorus was great. Let's take it for something else. So, it's not stealing when it's your own song that you wrote it. You could just
we
recycle
definitely
it.
recycle pieces.
There's
from
nothing wrong
songs
with
that
that.
went dormant.
Yeah,
Not a damn thing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I like about you guys is that you're not afraid to change it up. There's like the last song was like nice and mellow and smooth, and and the song before that was nice and poppy and a little bit more, I guess, up beat.
Yeah,
sure. So you guys do like to change it up a lot.
Yeah.
And speaking of changing it up, you talked about doing music for movies and stuff like that. Sometimes in that writing process, do you guys kind of like just, hey, you know what? We'll just save this one for a soundtrack later on or something like that. Does that happen a lot, or do you guys kind of intentionally do one and or the other? Does that make sense?
Well, for Sync, we've been writing songs that we think will do well on TV and music or on TV and movies and stuff like that. So like, for example, Good Days is actually on a TV show. We can't say which one yet, but it's on a TV show that it's coming out. The new season starts next month.
Awesome.
And I think our episode airs in November. But yes, like with Ouroboros, though, that whole EP was a different story because we actually knew we were gonna make a film score separately. So the film score is like all of the songs from the Ouroboros EP, the instrumentals like molded into a film score.
Okay.
So it's it's crazy because on the vinyl you can listen to the EP straight through, and then you flip it over and you listen to literally the same songs, like the bones of the same songs made into a film score.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like a tone poem because it's just like this 15-minute long, just sort of sound.
Yeah, like a sound story or a background. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And what is it that made you guys think that? Well, you know what? Not only can we do popular music and stuff like that, but you know what, we can do soundtracks and stuff like that and try to make some cash or whatever it is. I mean, I don't even know what the motivation is behind that.
Well, actually, Jason and I both went to college for film scoring.
Okay.
So we are both like classically trained composers in that sense. So we try to bring our film composition background into our music as much as we can. So even when there's songs that you would like, Good Days is on the radio, like it's on the radio, it's literally on the radio, but we tried to do things with the soundscaping on that song that kind of pull upon our background in film scoring.
Yeah, and I think we just naturally, even when we first started playing together, just had this cinematic quality to it, just because we just like how that sounds, you know, sort of this kind of dreamy soundscapes kind of stuff. And I think our earlier material was more heavily influenced by that, and now we've kind of, like we said, evolved a little bit, but we still have some of that, you know, ingrained in us.
Yeah, I remember in the last interview we talked a little bit about one of the songs, and the song name escapes me, but I remember Gabrielle talking about she was at a Chinese restaurant or something, and there was a spaghetti western on, and
Badlands.
Yeah, and you just went home and you turned it down, and you put that music to it, and it just kind of it turned out to be a really good song.
Yeah, that song definitely captures that Wild West feel for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what I think about when you guys do, you know, think about doing, you know, music or movie scores and stuff like that. And I would imagine it's a lot tougher than
yeah, well, I think we get inspired to write by visuals a lot of times. So like a perfect example is one of the new songs that we're playing in our set tonight. I don't even ask us why we wasted our time watching this movie, but we watched 50 Shades Darker.
Oh yeah.
That like really ridiculous movie. But then afterwards we were like, let's write a super sensual song. Like, cause we're artists, like we get inspired by watching other forms of art. And so even though that was like a questionable form of art, we were like, oh yeah, let's write like a super sensual, sexy song. And the lyrics literally are, "You are the sweetest thing that I have ever seen up close." And it's like, that's the first line. That's like the main thing. The chorus, the only words in the chorus are, "I need to know you." That's it. But it's made in such a weird way that it like,
and that's a real slick line you use at the club too. I need to know you.
Yeah,
I need to know you.
Yeah.
Just say it with a smile though, so it's
don't say
not creepy.
Don't say it all creepy like I do.
Yeah, but I
That
feel
doesn't work for me.
if it were coming from a girl, it might be less creepy. If I was
hell
just like,
yeah.
I need to know you.
But it all
Like,
depends on how many shots she's had in
Yeah.
any day. Well, what song is that, by the way?
It's called Sweetest Thing.
Oh,
it's actually
we
we
don't have that
released.
yet, though, so-
No, it's not out yet. But
all
we
right.
did release a video of it on our Facebook of us playing it. So it was kind of like a little preview to us playing it on this tour.
All right. Can folks get a hold of that though?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they go to our Facebook, so it's just facebook.com/smoke season. And it's actually the most recent video we've posted.
Nice. Good stuff, man. All right. It is smoke season. Again, it is Jason and Gabrielle all the way from Los Angeles in the midst of their tour. Last night they had to spend the night in Raton, New Mexico. Make the trip up I-25 today. Man. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
We did.
Yeah, it was great.
Indeed. Well, we got a couple other songs here. We've got Amelia, Santa Rosa, and When the Smoke Clears. So any one of those you guys want to
I think we should play. I think we should play Amelia because Amelia is one of the songs that is on our set list tonight.
All right. And make sure that you go out there. It's a Summit Music Hall. It's right over there by Coors Field. You know where it is. It's a great, great time. The Moon Room and all ages show. So indeed, smoke season will be there. And again, check it out. This song is called Amelia. It's smoke season live in the Freeza Block right here on milehighunderground.com.
Hey, a world out there awaits. It's a heartbreaking fireball that beats with sounds of the waves. And they will tell you to wait. That your patience is virtuous when you let go of the maze. And they will tell you to pray. But your soul won't appear to you till you're 6 feet in the grave. And some will say just behave. But we'll never move mountains by getting our hands in our face. Someday, No, there is gold in your veins. You're a pirate, your treasure is buried in lines on your face. Because love is the only damn thing. When your stars become icy and seas lose the fight in the eye. So dream like you dream when kings and heartbeats kept moon's someday, someday, it all works out. We'll be singing, Amelia. Please don't ever change. Please don't ever change. Please don't ever change. Amelia.
Wow, that just kind of cut right off there, man. I wasn't expecting that at all, man. Indeed, indeed. Smoke season in the studio. Did that just cut off like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
what
does.
the song
It
is.
Oh,
ends
wow.
super abruptly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just in
we
case
usually-
you're driving and you just kind of are drifting a little bit, you're like, oh, hey, hey.
Here we go.
Hard stop.
Yeah. No, man, good stuff, man. What made you decide to just pop it like that, just to stop it? Just
We had
No.
nothing left to say.
you guys were just
Mic drop.
Yeah,
you can either
it
let
was
it
the mic
run
drop
on and
moment.
on or not.
Yeah.
You didn't. Indeed, it is smoke season, and they are here in the studio. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit flustered and whatever. I don't
No
even know
worries.
why. I don't even know why. We were talking a little bit during the song, though, about how folks can get a hold of your music and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting stuff. So like I said, it was, when we talk about releases and albums and stuff like that, like I was telling you guys, I'm like used to, a band bringing out like a disc or a set of music, and then moving on to the next set. But you guys do it a little bit differently, and I like that. It's fresh. It's a refreshing type of style.
Yeah, so we were saying like we have all new music that we're debuting, and so this tour we did it a little unconventionally because we decided to do like a little mini tour, and then it's not really that many. There's like 7 dates on it, and it includes like New York City and London. But we decided to like road test all the new material before we started releasing it. So Good Days is like the first single out of that whole batch of new music. So if people want to keep an eye out for all of those releases that are coming up in 2017, all you have to do is go to Spotify and just follow, and they'll tell you when a new release comes out. I think it gets put on like your release radar and stuff.
Yeah, all the notifications are there. So
Mhm.
Spotify, Smoke Season, you could listen to it and enjoy it just like everybody else does.
Mhm.
That's right.
Good
Yep.
stuff, man. We have Gabrielle and we have Jason in the studio. They are Smoke Season. And again, catch them tonight at the Summit Music Hall. They'll be starting around 9:45, but get there a little bit early so you can catch some of the other crews.
Yeah,
as
they're
well, man.
super rad.
And don't forget your little brother.
Yeah,
Your
that's
little-
right. Don't leave him in the car, damn it. Bring grandma too, since it's an all ages deal.
While you're at
Yeah. There's no cap. It can be as old as you'd like.
Like, bring grandma and tell her to bring her baby too.
Yeah.
So. All right, indeed. Smoke season in the studio. You guys, this is like your second time through Denver, though. I remember this is where I first met you guys. It was at the Girl Rec Fest that they had about 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And when I first met you guys, and that's when I was really impressed, by, I had never seen or heard of you guys before. And to see your setup and how you guys, just rocked the place, it was really cool, man. So
thank you.
Yeah, but that was the two of us. We just played the two of us.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So this is going to be a little bit better because you have like a full deal going.
Yeah, we have our whole
like you
light
said, they're
show.
sound checking again.
Yeah. They're over there lugging the heavy material. We're like, we have a radio interview. They're like, they're gonna fire the band.
Yeah.
We're like, you guys carry your
Not even, man. And so tell us a little bit about where you guys are going from here. You guys are leaving Denver and you going where?
We play Salt Lake next.
We
play Salt Lake tomorrow night. Then we play in Denver, and then we play in Seattle. Then Portland. Then we have 2 nights. We're playing 2 nights in a row in San Francisco. Then we fly to New York and we play Brooklyn and then Manhattan, and then we fly to London and we play a couple dates in the UK.
Cool. Wow. Are you guys excited to go across the pond there?
Oh,
Most
yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be awesome.
I'm not sure about how popular you are. Sometimes, it really kind of blows you away how all of a sudden you could tell it's, you're just like fire popular out there. And, nobody hears about you over here. Is it kind of like that over there? Or you guys
We don't
just
know.
kinda
We haven't
starting
been
out?
yet.
We're not quite sure what to
The
expect.
crazy thing is that, like, when we look at our numbers, like, we have more listeners in London than in most U.S. cities,
Nice.
and a lot of listeners in Ireland. I was on the cover of an Irish magazine last year, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but they so it could be just totally packed. We literally
It could be crickets or it could be
Yeah.
or it could be
standing room only.
crazy. Yeah, so we're
We're
gonna see
hoping
how it
for the
goes.
latter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Smoke season in the studio. Make sure to catch them if you're out there in Salt Lake, up there in San Francisco, Portland, any of those areas if you're listening in, because this is a worldwide broadcast. Indeed. So all that good stuff, man. And I'm excited for you guys to be heading on out to Europe. And that's really cool, man.
We're pumped.
Let's hopefully instruments will make it okay.
Yeah.
Because
We'll
I'm
bring
sure
them with us.
Yeah, I always fly with the guitar. I carry on that guitar.
Yeah.
I did not let go of that thing.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. We're going to play one more. What did we decide we were going to do? Because I know
Let's
we
do When
talked
the
about
Smoke Clears.
it. All right, When the Smoke Clears. Tell us a little bit about what this song means to either one of you, if it means anything at all.
Well, we
Remember,
actually
subjective.
this song didn't actually make this set list of this tour because most of the songs are new, like I said. But this song does have. I chopped up these little tiny samples of me saying like "When the smoke clears" and put them into a little sample pad and played that. And I do that a lot live, so you can hear kind of like a little taste of what our live show is going to be like because I play my voice with my fingertips sometimes.
And this song I played a lap steel actually on it, which is really cool. And I do some slide guitar in our set that we're playing tonight as well. So
tell us a little bit about playing that pedal steel. I mean, is that something you're familiar with?
Yeah.
Or,
so it was a lap steel. So pedal steel has
what's the difference?
Pedal steel has like the foot pedals that actually bends the note like that kind of stuff. So lap steel just literally sits on your lap and you use a bar, and so you can slide between the notes, so you can get those partials in between.
So it sounds more like a slide guitar.
It sounds more like exactly.
Which
but
Jason plays a lot of in our
set. And the cool thing is a lot of times with the lap steel, it'll have an alternate tuning, so you can play just like a chord just with the bar, so like a C6 tuning or something like that. So.
Well, I'm excited to hear it right now. This song is called When the Smoke Clears. It's smoke season. It's Gabrielle and Jason. It is the Freeza Block Show, milehighunderground.com. Yeah.
Looking out the back door, got all I'm waiting for. Couldn't get a second more. Lost the count of what's in store. Loose change cushions, ran away when I was pushing. That's just like you got sympathy for silence. You got peace for the tyrants. You got further than right it. And that's just like so magic in the breeze and found that's all that I need. So balance in the peace and found that's all that I need. So balance in the careless fear and found some for you. And found it's all that I need. Digging 6 feet down, later rest your fears. Within the smoke clears, digging 6 feet down, later rest your fears. Within the smoke clears, within the smoke clears, within the smoke clears. That note, it's the violin. Never thought there was such a group for the dreamers and the vagabonds. He said he bleed for what he needed, but we never saw a drop of blood. You got sympathy for silence. You got patience for the tyrants. You got further than the lightning, further than the lightning, further than the lightning, digging 6 feet down, later rest your fears. Within the smoke clears, digging 6 feet down, later rest your fears. Within the smoke clears, within the smoke clears, within the smoke clears, within the smoke clears. There is a fire in our eyes, here's a tyrant in our veins. Couldn't stand that thing disguise, took our mess off when we sang. Here's a fire in our eyes, here's a tyrant in our veins. Couldn't stand that thing disguise, took our mess off when we sang. Here's a fire in our eyes, here's a tyrant in our veins. Couldn't stand that thing disguise, took our mess off when we sang. Here's a fire in our eyes, here's a tyrant in our veins. Couldn't stand the thing disguise, took our mess off when we took our mess off when we couldn't stand that thing disguise, took our mess off when we met. No, it's a violin, let's go back, no, it's a violin, let's go back, no, it's a violin, let's go, took our mess off when we couldn't stand that thing disguise, took our mess off when we
Smoke season, indeed. Make sure to check them out tonight at the Summit Moon Room. They will be there. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be loud. It's going to be fun. And make sure you bring your little brother or little sister too, because it's an all ages show Really good stuff. They're going to be playing about 9:45, but get there a little bit earlier because you don't want to miss any of the bands that are there. It's going to be great, man. Smoke season, you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. You guys didn't have to come in, but you did. And, like I said, you guys, are traveling, you're tired, and you're probably starting to get that altitude hit you a little bit now,
Drink
too.
a gallon of water.
It's hit me a little bit during the show because at first I came in and I was like, oh, now I'm like, ooh.
Kind of breaking it down a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all right,
nice.
man. We're going to, let's see here if I can do this right. I'm going to play the outro and say goodbye. And indeed, it is smoke season. And indeed, we want to say thank you guys so much for coming in. And there it is. Thank you so much for coming on in. We appreciate it. You guys, make sure to check everybody out on the SoundCloud, on their Facebook page. Takes you right to their websites and Spotify, all that good stuff, man. If you're going to be in Europe, make sure to support them because they're going to be out there in Europe having a great time. And again, man, thank you guys so much, Gabrielle and Jason. Again, cool stuff, man. We love it. Smoke season. And again, make sure to check them out tonight at the Summit Moon Room.
See you there.
Going to be good stuff, man.
See you there.
Yes. And of course, you could check me out on RazRadioLive.com. It's the chocolate drop show. Me and Wayne. It's a show for people who don't have any feelings. So if you can't hang, don't listen. You might get offended. We don't want that. Indeed. We're gonna check it out next week. We're gonna look for another band to have on in here because we have an open slot. The week after that, we have the Cyan Idols. They will be in. So make sure to check it out. It is the Freeza Block Show right here on Mile High Underground. Again, you guys, thank you so much, Smoke Season. See you guys tonight. I like how that was quick and easy. Hey, okay, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that outro. This is the funnest part of the show where I make the bands do an outro and do me a promo.
We're used to it. Every radio station has us do it.
That's
so
right.
If you say we're Smoke Season, I'm going to say, and we're melting it down to 0 on the Freeza Block Show, and then we can both say
Mile High Underground.
Perfect. It's almost like I told you how to do it.
Yeah.
We're pros at this point. Okay, ready? Tell us when.
Right now. 1, 2, 3.
We're Smoke Season.
And we're melting it down to 0 on the Freeza Block Show.
MileHighUnderground.com.
All right. I also need each of you to say, hi, I'm. Okay. That's all. Just your names. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. Everything else was perfect.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Jason.
And I'm Gabrielle.
There you go. And we're Smoke Season. How about that?
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
And we're Smoke Season.
Nice. And then if we can get some phony laughter, just so I can cut it. Guys. Awesome stuff. What's the name of your show?
Well,
all right, man. Make sure to stay tuned. It's a Slaughterhouse right up next, man. So make sure to stay here, right here on MileHighUnderground.com. It is, well, the Freeza Block Show, and we are on our way out of here, man. Good stuff.
Blowing this joke.
It's going on. You feel it too. You came for fun. Come on, get loose. I came to party, baby. It's true. Lately I've been off in my zone. Put your cup down, get on the dance floor. Don't shy away now. You just gotta let yourself go. Close your eyes and let the bass hypnotize you. I just wanna spend my night with you. We'll be on cloud nine together.